Hello beautiful family, thank you all for clicking on this video. Today I'm going to share with you a very simple recipe. This is Ghana fufu and we are going to make this fufu from cassava and plantain. Yes, yanko fufu tintimbia ufi bianco use mortar and pestle and a very easy recipe and you're going to love it as well. And of course we're going to make this recipe in 3 different ways. I know you're going to love it at the end of this video, so let's get started. So I've washed this plantain and my cassava. I'm going to peel it very nicely. After that, I'm going to slice it into smaller sizes because I'm going to blend this, or you can grate it if you want, depending on the performance of your blender. Yes, no stress at all. And fam, if you are new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. While you're subscribing, don't forget to hit that bell also, so that anytime I post a new video, you'll be the first person to be notified. Thank you all so much for doing that. Alright, so we're going to do the same thing to the cassava as well. We're going to grate it or cut it into smaller pieces as well, because trust me, I don't want to spoil my blender. So I have to grate it to become very smooth or very small, so my blender can blend it really well. And one thing about this recipe is that if you don't blend your cassava and plantain really well, trust me, you're not going to get the very smooth texture you are looking for. You know, fufu has a very smooth texture, and that's all what we all enjoy eating it. And if you don't blend this until it becomes very smooth as it's seen, trust me, you're not going to love the texture very well. So when I was blending the plantain, I added in just a little bit of water because I don't want this to become very watery. And because of that, I didn't add in any water again. I just left some of the plantain in my blender and added in the cassava to blend alongside with it. Simple and easy as that. So we're going to mix these two together until it is nice and well combined. Alright, so moving forward, I'm going to divide this plantain into 2 equal parts, which I'm going to put one side into my microwave and the other side on my stove top. So the red bowl is going inside the microwave because it's a microwave free bowl, so that is going to really contain it really well. And this one on my left hand side is going to be on stove top. And the third recipe, I'm going to boil this cassava and plantain, add a pinch of salt to it to make this cassava really cook very well, and some water to cook alongside with it. Cook for about 20 minutes for it to become very soft, because we're going to mash this, so we need to cook it until it's nice and very soft. Alright, so it's been about 5 minutes of microwaving this fufu, and just look at how it has cooked very well. At this point, I'm just going to stir my fufu very well to ensure that I don't have any lumpiness in this fufu. Just look at how golden it has become because of the plantain. Yes, I love this. I'm so happy this really came out really good. So I'm going to stir for like 1 to 2 minutes, then I'll add a little bit of water to it to cook for additional 3 to 5 more minutes, depending on how your microwave works. So I'm going to add in just a little bit of water. Remember not to use too much water because we don't want to make this fufu watery. And it's been 5 more minutes, and just look at how this fufu is looking. I just love the texture. It looks so nice as well. I'm going to stir this for about 1 to 2 minutes to ensure that I don't have any lumpiness in this fufu. Always make sure to press your fufu against your bowl to ensure that I don't have any lumps in my fufu. So I'm going to put this fufu aside to cool down very well before I'll mold it to my preferred size. So let's get right into our second recipe. So our second recipe, I'm just going to put this on my stove top. Make sure the fire is not too high. We're going to stir this until this thickens up beautifully. Make sure to stir this continuously. The key word is continuously, because we don't want to create any lumps in this fufu. Fufu I did them the any guy crying. So say and stir this pa na who say bibi added than queen. So just look at how it has taken up beautifully. As you can see, I am pressing the fufu against my pan to ensure no lumpiness in it. So after cooking this for about 5 minutes, I'll add in a little bit of water to ensure that this cook really well. Alright, so it's been additional 2 minutes of cooking this fufu and it has really cooked very well. So I'll stir again. Always make sure to stir and press it against your pan or your bowl to ensure that no lumpiness is in your fufu. Yes, that's what we want. We want a very smooth and a very nice texture. So we're going to set this aside because at this point it is ready. We're going to make sure this cools down completely as well. And it's been 5 minutes of cooling our microwave fufu and it is ready. So we're going to mold it inside our asanka very well to get a very smooth and nice fufu texture we're looking for. And our microwave fufu is ready. Just look at that. I am in love with this fufu and the texture too is very smooth and stretchy as well. What do you think about this microwave fufu? Just leave a comment in the comment section down below. So let's move on to our stovetop fufu as well. And this is our small asanka over there. We are going to transfer our stovetop fufu inside it and mold it very nicely as well. And now our second recipe for this fufu is ready. Just look at that. And for me, I am pretty sure that I am in love with this second recipe. I don't know if you're going to like the third recipe. So let's get started with our third recipe as well. So for this recipe, I'm going to mash my plantain in my asanka very well until this becomes very smooth, guys. We're going to mash this until it becomes very smooth. So I sprinkle a little bit of water to my plantain to ensure easy mashing of my plantain. Yes, so we're going to mash this until it is nice and well mashed. So after that, I'm going to pound it like fufu to ensure a very smooth texture as you do. With this way, when you have any lumps in it, you can remove it as well. And just look at how nice and smooth this looks. So I'm going to pound my cassava or mash my cassava as I did to my plantain, and just look at that. And after all this hard labor, our cassava has really mashed very well. So we're going to add in our plantain and mash these two together to get a very nice fufu. And just look at how these two has come together very nicely. And ta-da! Our third recipe is ready. Just look at that. Guys, what do you think about this fufu recipe? Do you like the microwave one, the stovetop, or the asanka recipe? Let me know in the comment section. And now let me enjoy this fufu with my leftover soup I made the other time. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do well to subscribe to this channel, like, comment and share this video to reach wider audience. And thank you all so much for watching this video to this point. Bye bye and stay blessed.